Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 10th. So students, in the previous video we have started with a new topic of writing syllabus, writing section, that is email writing, and this thing I have told you in the previous video that in your examination you will have one question and in that question you will be having one option and you have to write one letter or you can write one email. So in the previous video that we have started, in that video we have seen the basic structure, that how can we write one email, how we have to draw the structure that we have discussed, and we have to use the formal language and we have to write only about to the point. All these things we have covered and we have seen some examples also, right? And in today's video also we will see some of the examples to clear all the things. So now let's begin our today's video, that is based on email writing. So now the next example, or we can say the next question that we are having. So let's read the question. You are Ankit, living in the school hostel. Write an email to your father and ask for the permission to go on the school trip that is going to Udaipur. Now according to this question we have to imagine that we are Ankit, our name is given to us. So we have to imagine that our name is Ankit and we live in the school hostel, right? And now we have to write one email to our father. Why? In that email we have to ask for the permission to go on the school trip that is going to Udaipur. So students, I am repeating this thing again. Just read the question very carefully, read the question again and again and try to collect all the details that are given to us, right? And then only you will be able to to frame your lines, to frame your sentence, or we can say to frame your subject matter that you have to write in the email. So now according to this question we have to write the email to our father. Our name is given to us and in that email we have to ask for his permission. Permission for what? Permission to go on the school trip, the trip that is going to Udaipur. So we have to use all these details that are given to us and then we have to write one email to our father. Okay, so I hope now because we have seen some examples also in the previous video, we have discussed the entire structure. So now I hope that you all are able to write the email by your own. Okay, so still let's see, we are having here the email, the answer of this question. So now let's see how can we write, how can we frame, how can we make one email. So this is the structure that we have discussed already. So first of all we are having two, and in this column we have to write the email address of the person whom we are writing the email. Clear? So now according to the question we have to write the email to our father. So here we are writing the email address. The email address we are writing here adityachaudhary@gmail.com. So students, we have discussed about the email address also, that how can we make the email address. We can write to any name and after that we have to write @ and then we can write gmail.com or yahoo.com without any space. In this manner we can write email address. Clear? Next we are having CC and BCC, that is carbon copy and blind carbon copy. We have to mention these two things but the space we have to leave blank. Next we are having subject. So here we have to write the subject, or we can say we have to write the purpose, that why we are writing this email. So what is the purpose? What is the subject? Subject is permission for school trip. Clear? And now we are starting the email. So first of all we are writing dear father. So we have to address our father. So here we are writing dear father. Now without making unnecessary sentence we have to come to the point directly. So let's see how can we write. My school is planning a 2-day trip to Udaipur in the coming month. So students, in the question we are having this much of detail that the school trip it was going to Udaipur. Okay, so this information we are having in the question, but now when we are writing the email, so we have to add some additional things also, because obviously school trip जा रहा है, so हमें अपने father को, अपने parents को ये भी तो inform करना होगा ना कि जो school trip है वो कितने days का है, right? It can be 1 day, it can be 2 days, it can be 5 days, or it can be 1 week also. So that also we have to inform our father. So we have to give a detailed information to our parents, then only we can ask for their permission. Clear? So our school trip is going to Udaipur, that is given to us in the question, but we have to add some additional details also. So that we are doing here. So we are writing that my school is planning a 2 days trip to Udaipur, and when? In the coming month. Okay, so you can make this trip with 3 days also, 5 days also. So in this manner you have to give detailed information to your parents, then only you can ask for their permission. Clear? Next, it will be a fun filled educational trip. So now we are adding this thing also, that yes, it's a 2 days trip to Udaipur, and what is the purpose of this trip? So yes, it will be a fun filled trip, and at the same time it will be educational trip. It's for 9th and 10th class students, and now we are giving more information, and we are writing that this trip is designed for 9th and 10th class students. All the teachers will also accompany us, and yes, this is another important thing, because parents obviously they are very much worried for our safety. So we have to assure this thing that teachers are also there. So we are writing here that all the teachers, they will also accompany us in this trip. It will cost 7,000 rupees, and now it was not there in the question, but here we have to use our common sense also, that when we are going on the school trip, then obviously it should have some kind of cost, some kind of charges. So that we have to mention, because we are living in the school hostel. Okay, so we are writing that the cost of this school trip is 7,000 rupees, and now we are writing I really want to go on the trip. So first of all, we gave all the details related with the school trip, that it's a 2 days trip, it's educational trip, and it's for 9th and 10th class students, and all the teachers will also be there. And then we shared the charge, or we can say the cost of the trip, that is 7,000 rupees. And now finally, after giving all the details, all the information, we are writing that I really want to go on the trip. Clear? Next, please allow me to join the trip. So according to the question, we have to request our father. Okay, so this is the reason we are writing here, please allow me to join the trip and send me the required amount of 7,000 rupees, because we are living in the hostel. So obviously we are not having the amount, we are not having the extra money to go for the trip. So we are, first of all, we are requesting our father for his permission, and at the same time we are also asking for the required amount of money, that is 7,000 rupees. Okay, waiting for your positive reply, and we can end our email in this manner. We can write waiting for your positive reply. So yes, we also hope that our father, he not only will give us to the permission to go on the school trip, but he will also send the required amount, that is 7,000 rupees. And finally we are writing thanking you, yours truly. The name was given in the question, we are using the same name, that is Ankit. Okay, so this is the manner how can we write the email. So students, again I am repeating, I am summarizing the important points. First of all, the language should be very formal. Okay, and you have to write only about to the point, no unnecessary language, no unnecessary sentences should be there, and you have to follow the exact format. This kind of format you have to draw in your copy, and then only you have to write the email. Clear? I hope this example is clear. Next, moving on, we are having one more example here. So this is the question. Let's read the question first of all. Let's try to understand all the details that are given to us in this question. So let's see. You are Nimit, the captain of your school cricket team. So now we have to imagine that our name is Nimit, and we are the captain of our school cricket team. Okay, Write an email to your principal requesting for the appointment of a coach as the inter-school tournaments are about to start. So I hope question is clear. The name is given to us. Our name is Nimit. According to this question, we have to write the email to our principal, our school principal. Why? Because we are also the captain of a school cricket team. So in this email, we have to request to our principal, request for the appointment of a coach, for the appointment of a cricket coach. Why? Because inter-school tournaments, they are about to start, they are about to begin. So for that, we are having no cricket coach for our team. So we have to write the email, and in that email, we have to request to our principal to appoint one cricket coach for our team. Clear? This is the question. These are the details that are given to us, and using all these details, now we have to write one email to our school principal. So let's see how can we write, how can we frame one appropriate email. This is the format that we have discussed so many times earlier. So now first of all, we are writing to, and here we have to write the email address of our school principal. So here we are writing principalgss@gmail.com. So because we are writing this email to the principal, so we can make the email address in this manner, like principalgss@gmail.com. Next we are having CC and BCC, that is carbon copy and blind carbon copy, and we are leaving these spaces blank. Next we are writing the subject. What is the purpose of writing this email? That is appointment of a coach. Okay, all clear? Now we are starting our email. So we are addressing our principal as a sir. Next we are writing, I am the captain of a school cricket team. So first of all, we are giving the introduction, and we are writing that I am the captain of a school cricket team. Next, we are practicing for the inter-school competition that will start after 15 days. So it was there in the question that we need one coach. Why? Because inter-school tournaments, inter-school competition, they are about to start. So we are using that information, we are using that detail, and we are writing that our team is practicing for this tournament, for this competition, and this competition will start very soon after 15 days. Our coach is on leave for the last 10 days and he is not expected to join soon. So students, here again look very carefully. We have to use all the details that are there in the question, but at the same time we have to add some additional information also. Right, then only our email, it will be very appropriate. So it was there in the question that inter-school competition, they are about to start, but we are adding this thing also that they will start after 15 days. Now why do we need a coach? Because obviously schools में generally हर team का coach जो होता ही है, but we have to request our principal for a coach. So here we are giving the reason. Okay, so we are writing here that our coach is on leave for the last 10 days and he is not expected to join soon. So yes, in this school also cricket coach was there, but because of some reason he is on leave for the last 10 days and he is not expected to join soon, and the tournaments, the competition, they will start after 15 days. So yes, we have given the reason also, and now we are writing, without the guidance of a coach, our team is unable to practice properly. Yes, we have to write this thing also, that why a coach is so much important, why the coach is actually required for the team. So we are writing this sentence here, that without the guidance of a coach, our team is unable to practice properly, our team is unable to prepare for the inter-school competition. Next, I request you to please appoint a cricket coach for us, for our team, so that we can practice under his guidance for the coming competition, for the coming tournament. So in this manner, finally we are making our request. So first of all, we have to give all the details. We have written actually that we are the captain of cricket team. Then we wrote the reason, that what is the need of a coach. So we have written this thing that yes, yes, coach was there, but because of some reason he is on leave, but tournament is about to come, so for that reason now we need some other coach. So because of this reason finally we are making one request here, and we are writing that I request you to please appoint a cricket coach for us so that we can practice under his guidance for the competition. And we have mentioned this thing earlier that the tournament, the competition, they will start in 15 days. Okay, and finally we are writing thanking you, yours obediently. The name was given in the question, that is Nimit, and we are writing complete name, so we are adding surname here also. We are writing Nimit Sharma. Okay, so students, yes, you have to use the details, the information that are there in the question, but at the same time you have to add some additional information. You have to add some more sentence by your side, at your own, to make a perfect email, so that the email, it can be more and more convincing. So here we have to convince our principal that our cricket team actually need one coach. So ऐसा नहीं है कि हम सिर्फ एक लाइन लिख देंगे that our team actually need one coach, so please appoint one cricket coach. No, we have to give all the important details, right? Like tournaments are about to start in 15 days, our coach is on leave, so without the guidance of a coach our team is unable to practice. So yes, we have to give all the important details, all the required details, because we have to convince our principal. Okay, so all the things will not be there in the question. You have to use the given details, but at the same time you have to add some additional informations also, some additional details also, right? तभी आपका जो email है that will be a perfect one. Okay, I hope this example is also clear when we have to write one email to our school principal. Okay, next moving on, we are having one more example, and yes, it is another important example, because in our question generally we will have the question in which we have to write the email to our family members like our father, our mother, our brother, sister, uncle, aunt. Maybe we have to write the email to our principal, our school principal, and this is another important topic in which we have to write the email to any editor. Okay, so this is the example related to that. So now let's see and try to understand the question that is given to us. You are Akash, the head boy of your school. Now according to this question, we have to imagine that our name is Akash and we are the head boy of our school. Okay, write an email to the editor of the first newspaper thanking him to cover your school's science fair. Now according to this question, we have to write one email to the editor. अब वो editor कहाँ के हैं? He is the editor of the first newspaper. This is a kind of magazine, or we can say it's a kind of newspaper, and we have to write one email to the editor of this paper. Why? We have to thank him because he covered our school's science fair in his paper. So for that we have to thank him with the help of this email. Okay, I hope question is clear. We have to imagine our name is Akash, we are the head boy of our school, and then we have to write one email to the editor of this newspaper. Why? Because he covered the science fair that was organized in our school. So for that now we have to write a thanking note. Now we have to thank him for covering our school's event. Okay, so now let's see how can we write this kind of email. So again, this is the structure, this is the format of the email. First of all, we are writing to, and here we are writing the email address of the person whom we are writing this email. So here we have to write the email address of the editor of that first newspaper. Okay, so let's see how can we make the email address here. So here we are writing editor first news @yahoo.com. So email address, it should be related with that person. Like in the previous examples also, when we were writing email to our school principal, so we can use principal then any school name @. Now we are writing this email to the editor, so we can use here like editor. And when we have to write to our friends, to our family member, then directly we can use any name. Okay, in this manner we can make a perfect email address that we have to write here in this column, that is to. Clear? Next we are having CC and BCC, that is carbon copy and blind carbon copy, and yes, again we are leaving these two columns empty. Next is subject. So here we are writing the subject, we are mentioning the purpose of writing this email. So we are writing here school science fair. Next we are addressing the editor as sir. Next, I am the head boy of CHP school Jodhpur. So first of all we are giving our introduction and we are writing according to the question. We have to imagine that we are the head boy of our school, right? So we are using the same thing here and we are writing that I am the head boy of CHP school Jodhpur. So in the question the school name was not given to us, but we have to write the school name here, because obviously we cannot say that I am the school boy, I am the head boy of my school. No, we have to write the school name also, that I am the head boy of this or that school. So same thing we are writing here and we are making the sentence in this manner, like I am the head boy of CHP school Jodhpur. Okay, so yes, again I am repeating this thing, you have to give all the important information. So we cannot write in this manner that I am the head boy of my school. No, we have to write the name of the school also. Next, our school organized the science fair last week. Again we are giving all the details here. So we are writing that our school, the name of the school we have mentioned earlier. So now we are writing that our school organized the science fair when last week. Your newspaper covered it in a perfect manner, and yes, your newspaper, they covered this event, that is the science fair that was organized by my school. So your newspaper covered this event in a very perfect manner. This coverage will help to motivate all the students and inspire them to participate. Now because of that coverage, what are the other things, for that we are so thankful. So we are writing all the things here. We are writing that because of this coverage, because our science fair, it was published in your newspaper. So because of this thing, now it will help to motivate all the students, and at the same time it will inspire them to participate in such events. It will also acknowledge the efforts and hard work of our students, and at the same time this coverage, when this event was published in your newspaper and so many people, they read this news in your newspaper, so now it will also acknowledge the efforts and hard work of our student, because it was the science fair. So all the students, yes, with a lot of hard work, with lot of efforts, they made so many projects, so many models. So now because of this coverage, their hard work, their efforts, it will also acknowledged, and it will give them the name and fame that they actually deserve. Okay, and finally we are showing our gratefulness, we are showing our thankfulness. So we are writing thanks for your support and give the precious space in your prestigious newspaper for our fair, for our school event. So finally we have to show our thankfulness. So we are writing this thing, that thanks for your support and thanks for giving the precious space in your prestigious newspaper. Why? Because you covered this event in your newspaper, you published this event in your newspaper. So for that we are showing our thankfulness, we are showing our gratefulness, and finally we are writing thanking you, yours truly, and the name was given in the question. So we are writing Akash here. Okay, so in this manner we can write the email. I hope now all the examples that we have discussed, everything is clear to you all. So these are the common examples, and in the exam you will have the question related to these things. You may have the question in which you have to write the email to your friend, to your family member, to a school principal, to the editor, like this, or maybe you have to write like municipal commissioner, in this manner also. But we have discussed, we have covered all the major examples here. So now I hope that you are having a perfect idea that how can you frame the email, how can you draw the format, the structure of the email, and how can you frame your sentences to write a perfect email. Okay, so yes, in the beginning you have to write the perfect word to address the person, and after that students you can write greetings also, like in this example we can see here, like here we are writing sir, so after sir you can write greetings also, but that should be in capital. Okay, you can write greetings also in this manner, sir greetings. Okay, and the end of the email, here we are having thanking you, you can write regards also. So there are some of the variation that you can use. So yes, in your examination you can write letter also, you can write one email also, and all the important things, all the major topics we have covered. We have discussed letter writing also, in which we also actually saw so many topics, so many examples, and we have discussed email writing also, and in this topic also we have discussed, we have seen, we have covered so many examples. So now I hope that this question in which you have to write letter or email, this question is clear to you all, and yes, you will score very good marks in this question. Okay, and in the next video we will start with our new topic. So see you in the next video. Be with me. Thank you.